Covering for today, question one, what kind of slope does the graph have? And question two, does the line have an x-intercept? So take 30 seconds, answer this question, answer these two questions, and we'll go over it. Alright, so coming back, so what kind of slope does question one have? The graph have? When we look at it, we see it's horizontal, and remember, the z in horizontal tells us it is 0. And we're going to circle 0. Good job. And does the line have an x-intercept? You may not know what that is, but let's just look at it. And I can tell you that keep this in your head, but right now the answer is no. So we're going to learn why this is no later on today. Alright, so let's go on to today's objective. And today's objective is solve for the x and y intercepts. So we're going to cover what are the x and y intercepts. So keep that bell ringing in your head. Goal of solving equations, calculator steps, and rally coach. And then the assignment's going to be by yourself. Make sure you have your journal, pencil, and a graphing calculator. If you don't have those now, take time to get those. Alright. So, the blank intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. Alright, anybody have any idea? Well, alright, good job. I can tell you the answer is in the name. X-intercept crosses the x-axis. And it's written, whatever your x-coordinate is, there's going to be. So, knowing that, this next one should be pretty easy. The blank intercept is where a line crosses the y-axis on our graph. That's going to be y. And it is written 0, whatever y coordinate is. Good job. Alright. Here is number 2. Alright, I've already answered this question for you. The goal of solving equations is to get the variable by itself. That side of my smartboard is a little messed up, so by itself. That's the goal of solving equations. We've worked on this throughout the year, so keep that in mind. The goal is to get the variable by itself. We're going to be dealing with equations with 2 variables today, so keep that in mind. And then once we get that variable by itself, these are our calculator steps. We're going to press the y equals button, answer the equation we solved for, press the second button or the yellow button, and then graph, and then find x when y is 0, and that's going to be our x-intercept, and then find y when x is 0, and that's going to be our y-intercept. Alright, so now I'm going to model this example for you, and then you are going to do the next 3 or 4 together in your partner groups. Alright, so let's get started. So, is this variable by itself? No! Good job. Good job. So the variable's not by itself. So I want to get the y variable by itself. So I need to get rid of this x. So, I'm going to subtract x. Oh, my board's really messed up. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides, minus x. And I'm going to come over here so that this side of my board's better. So I'm left with negative y equals, let's see, 4 minus x. 4 minus x. Alright. Okay, and so I can't leave it like this, so because this is a negative y. I cannot have a negative y, so to do that I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. Okay? Because negative 1 and then negative 1. Okay, I divided by negative 1 because negative y divided by negative 1. So negative divided by negative is positive. Good job. So I'm left with y equals, see, change to positive, and then Positive divided by -1 is going to give, negative divided by, it's positive divided by negative. So positive divided by negative is 4 divided by -1. You have your calculators, and we're going to get -4. Okay? And then we have a negative x divided by -1. Now remember, if you want to put this in your calculator, negative x is the same thing as -1. Good job. So -1 divided by -1 is a positive, so it's going to be plus 1. So here's my equation right here. This is what you're going to put in your calculator. You're going to put y equals -4 plus 1. Alright, now let's remember the steps. The steps were on, hit the y equals button. So you're going to hit this button right here, y equals. Then you're going to enter your equation. So enter -4 plus x. And then you're going to get, you're gonna hit the yellow button, second, and then graph. Yes, second graph. All right, and then once you do that, you're gonna go find your x-intercept. Now remember, the x-intercept was when y was 0. So in mine, I have an x of 4 and a y of 0. So that means my x-intercept is 4, 0. So I'm gonna put my pin here in the middle, and it says 4, 0. So I know my x is 4. So I'm gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and it's 0. So I do not rise. I do not go up. Don't worry. No need to cry. We're gonna get through this together. All right. All right. I know math is rough. It's a rough game. That's all right, my x-intercept, and then, so I'm gonna, when x is 0, that's gonna be my y-intercept. Okay, my y-intercept is 0, -4. So I'm gonna start here. I have no x. My x is 0. I'm gonna go down 4 right there. And I want you to do your best to draw your line through the points. Mr. Dove did not do a very good job, but draw your line, and then that's how your assignment's going to go. So now you take time together, take 30 seconds, bust up in your partner groups, and here's your first problem to do together.